Committee.
Call Simon O'Connor.
Speaker, I'm pleased to rise and speak in support of this Industry Training and Apprenticeships Amendment Bill in its first reading. As someone who sits on the Education Select Committee, very much looking forward to this bill coming through. Also very pleased to hear the support around the House, though at some points in time, particularly from the opposition, we weren't sure they were in support by their words, but they do indeed tell us that they are. One thing that we've heard this evening, particularly from the opposition, is this whole discussion of where are the jobs and where are the apprenticeships? We know we would have just made it happen in the past. Well, I think one of the key elements, and my colleague Colin King raised it earlier, to be an apprentice, you need the economic opportunities and the jobs there. I can think of my brother and others who have gone through the apprenticeship schemes, and a lot of the great learnings comes on the job. And so there's a certain irony today, as the jibes from the opposition have been pointing out, why we didn't have some apprenticeships or larger numbers in the past. If there weren't the jobs, it's always hard to correlate it to the apprenticeships. But here we have an economy growing, more jobs in the economy, and therefore more opportunities in the apprenticeship space. And I was saying that what's ironic, of course, is that we've just had before this bill the discussion around the New Zealand Convention Centre, a great opportunity to build jobs, to build opportunities, if there's no pun in that, but also an opportunity, of course, for people to be apprenticeships. If you're going to learn trades like carpentry and joinery and so on, or even to be in the hospitality business, then you need opportunities for jobs. And I think it's one of the key elements underpinning this bill is a government committed to creating jobs, be it the convention centre, be it the work that Minister Bridges is doing around oil and gas exploration. This creates jobs. And so when you want to talk about apprenticeships, and Labor and the Greens have talked, yeah, it's a great idea, and we support that. On the flip side, you need to support the industries which create jobs. And another one that jumps to mind tonight, actually, we heard the government's committed $900 million to the world of wearable arts. That's going to create opportunities and jobs as well. We know it creates millions of dollars of opportunities where those shows are held. And again, these are opportunities for young New Zealanders if they want to get involved in those areas. But think about the hospitality trade-off, and there'll be a number of young people who will want to work in that area. So I think what we need to stress is not only the importance of apprenticeships, but the importance of this government's focus on creating jobs and not putting the obstacles in the way. So just to finish, Mr. Speaker, I just want to notice, of course, see, we're having someone yelling that unemployment is up, but actually if we look at the figures and the great work that's been undertaken by this government to actually take people off unemployment benefits, off sickness benefits, and actually into jobs and opportunities. What we know too is since, in the decade rather, I say up to 2010, the government funding for ITOs has almost trebled. But we've also noted, and we also know there was an increase in industry training participation, but completion rates and student attainment was low, and a number of my colleagues have pointed that out in the debate during the Labor times. So what we're not interested in just the bums-on-seats approach of the Labor government, and I saw it in the days that I worked within MSD as well. We're here to set high standards, focused on real opportunities and real jobs for our young people. We back them, and it's not about just talking, it's about actions as well. We're very pleased with the reboot scheme that was announced recently. Young people can achieve up to $1,000, also followed by someone's yelling at how many young women. See, that's the Labor Party. You see, they want to force everything, absolutely force everything. And actually, I'm looking forward. I'm going to end with, I am looking forward to David Cunliffe, the current leader of the Labor Party, announcing the co-leader for the Labor Party, the female co-leader, because if they're going to follow the logic of their conference, then they must be ready to appoint a female co-leader as well. Mr. Speaker, well, yes, indeed. Industry Training Apprenticeships Amendment Bill, I recommend it to the House.
I call Darren Fenton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support the Industry Training and